there, this is Coach Ken of the Superbike-Coach Corp. Back here at Carson Pass RV to keep working on the Superbike-Coach track classroom toy hauler. I couldn't wait because we had the track day at Thunderhill last Sunday, and when I'm working on a project, then my head is all into this, and I couldn't wait to get back out here and keep going. So today I had 3 mechanics of Carson Pass RV running around the rig, and we found some issues to fix. There's actually a bunch, which is not a big deal, but it needs to be done. For example, the door here. The door here is a little tense, and there's a bolt standing is not straight in, so that prevents the door from closing properly. There is a air bubble in the countertop, which we tried to remove. The slide I mentioned in the other video is tilted, so that needs to be corrected, and they actually started working on that. I'll show you later. The happy jack bed didn't come down properly, so that is adjusted. That is working now freely. These boys know what they're doing, really. It took a minute for them to fix things. So is to get to the rear side of the rig. That's the ramp. So when this is when all the equipment is out, we can raise this again just like it is now, and have that patio literally like a hangout area where the people can put their gear and stuff. Looks really bad. It's really dirty. Maybe you don't even see it that much on the video, but it is. Oh, that's what I'm taking care of now. I just need to get water here and then get going. Then I want to clean the side of the windows. I know I mentioned that in other videos before that I already did that, so that needs to be done. And I also want to take care of that upper wide end of the side walls, right and left. That looks really filthy. I want to clean this up and make it look shiny and new. I have really good news. So I made a deal yesterday with a vinyl wrapper, and where this rig is gonna get its full wrap with all the logos on it and the colors I want and the design I chose or made. I actually did that, and it's gonna look amazing. I mean, this is gonna be a hella job. So I'm guessing, hoping this will all be done within the next 2 weeks, somewhere there. I can't wait. So we're prepping this for that, getting it then to their place. And I will of course report of that as well. So let me get to it and see you later. It was a huge day. I mean, we made a hell of a progress on this thing. I mean, I had the boys of Carson Pass RV working here at the rig, 4 guys at a time. Wrenches were flying, drills were drilling, and it was just a blast watching them. How professional they are. They never say, no, that's not working, or, standing around asking themselves, how are we doing this? They take it and they do it. That's exactly what I need, people like that. So everything went so quick. I mean, we started at 9 in the morning, and now it's almost 4 p.m. And it went all so quick that I didn't even have the time to grab the phone and make a video in between. So I will introduce those boys maybe tomorrow and stuff like that, and while they're working, because there's still some stuff to do. The big stuff, that's done. So and yeah, the progress is amazing. I'll show you around. So where we started, let's start out outside because it's really hot right now. I think it's on 101, 102. So we didn't do a whole lot on the outside. We finished up. I'm turning around. How's that work? We finished up this area here. One of the boys installed 2 batteries there, and they are fresh. The solar panel on the roof is running, up and running. Ray, one of the boys, he had to renew the lines of the propane gas tanks because the old ones were leaking. That's replaced. That's done. And yeah, what I wanted to have, and we are still not done with it yet, is had the boys mounting a ammo box where sewer stuff goes in, like elbows and whatnot, all the stuff you need to drain the black tanks and things like that. So this is where the ugly stuff goes, and it's right next to the sewer here. And then I also need to have them install a sewer hose hiding pipe. Look it up if you don't know what that is. So it goes underneath that goes underneath the frame here, and this is where you can push then the sewer hoses in, and they're nice and gone until you need them next time. So that actually closes up what we did on the outside so far. Yesterday I cleaned the entire ramp, the ramp door, and the patio. What's that called? I don't even remember, but it was a whole lot of work. There was a whole lot of dirt coming out, and now it's all clean and so on. So let's move inside. Let's go into the living room first. It's not what I mean. Everything we did doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it is. It really is. So let me turn this around. I hope you can hear me over the AC running. So it was mainly about the entertainment area, which is all now cleaned up. And what we did is pretty much installing, I don't know if you can see this right there, an inverter to allow to have a PlayStation in the rig. How cool is that? Yeah. So and it's already connected and it's up and running. All it needs from here is an internet connection, which I very likely just run over my phone as a hotspot. What's that called? Hotspot? Mobile hotspot? Yep, something like that. So this is all cleaned up. It's all hooked up, all ready to go. I will have to use like white cable hiders here, but other than that, it's just fine. Now this is all cleaned up and running, and that finished that one. I mean, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it is. So later on, I got to go into this area to clean all of this up, but that's another painful week coming. And then we installed this here, make this a little bit more personal and living room. Yeah, and then let's walk into the garage. So what we did here is installing a clock. That has quite some significance, because when I'm in the classroom, I'm teaching people, I keep talking because what I'm having in mind I gotta get rid of, and it makes me overshoot in time. And usually I'm picking a student, taking care of that, warning me, giving me a 10 minutes warning, things like that. But yeah, that's what this is, and that's what this clock is for. Now we have all an eye on that, and this one is really cool because you can have 8 alerts in this one. So 7 times 20 minutes track sessions. That alert clock goes off every time before we miss anything. Very cool. I still have the foil over it, so that will be removed once we're making a final cleaning. Yeah, the biggest thing we did was installing this 40-inch TV. Because I mentioned in the other videos, I relying on this wall here and the space between the doors. That would only give me a space for a 30-inch, and that is just not fair enough for the distance. Yeah. So this way we have it all big. And the good thing is here is a USB port in there. I have to figure all this out. You know, bringing SD card in, USB stick from the video camera, and then either way hooking it right up there, or I will have my laptop standing right here, and we will be able to run the videos literally in no time. Also, that was back then always very painful, looking at a small laptop, the sun is glaring on it and all that shit. This is all gone. And then it takes a long time, you know, to getting it set up and whatnot. So this is all stationary. It's literally waiting here for me to plug that goddamn USB stick in and go. Awesome. Really, we're not losing any time. So the great thing, and I'm seriously happy that I found this one. I was researching the shit out of it. This is extendable, and I can move it wherever I want, and it stays wherever I want. So it gets out of the way of the doors and whatnot. So yeah, I mean, we can unhook it same time, right? But ideally it stays there, saving us work on you know, installing or uninstalling when we're done with everything. So the cables that will be all nicely sorted out. There's a, what's it called, coaxial cable necessary. Yeah, so that is extremely cool. All right. Yeah, so I can literally zoom the TV towards the students, and that makes it big and nice and fat. So we also installed this tool chest here. It's now mounted right to the ground. There was the discussion about a heat duct, which was in that wall, but we pulled the trigger and just blinded it off. Of course, we did that with the appropriate tape so that the heat is not, it's not heating up the tool chest, etc. So that's all done. And it's mounted to the floor. This thing is not going anywhere. Now I can have a few tools on me all the time. They're staying stationary. I don't have to move tool boxes anymore into the truck, off the truck and whatnot. It's all right here. Cleaners going in here, and then I guess the first drawer I'm using for pens and all that. What I need here, you know, to teach people. Now, another idea is, and I'm still working on that idea, is to have a whiteboard when I don't need the TV. A whiteboard hooked up over the TV, of course, nicely secured. It doesn't scratch anything. So I literally have my whiteboard hanging on there and can use it as well. Cool, eh? Yeah, so I also cleaned all the walls up. All the ceiling is cleaned up. All in the background, all of that is now cleaned up. The windows are clean. Yeah, I have to do this one more time. I cleaned all of this up. We threw all the old mattresses which were here away, of course. I don't want to lay on anything or putting someone on a bed. God knows what's in that mattress, so we threw it away. And I actually want to use this as a storage, you know, for tires or whatnot, and not to have them laying around here while traveling. So that will be the place where everything goes. I don't know how the boys will do that, you know, but we'll figure it out. What I'm really happy about is the seat area, because it looks like nobody ever sat on it. That it's like brand new. I was afraid to, once there was another mattress laying on it and some stuff when we got it. And I was afraid that once we moved that stuff laying on it, we find our big scratches, deep holes, ripped off leather and whatnot. It's fake leather, of course. Things like that. So, and it would make it really painful to repair, because it's stuff like that is really expensive, I guess. So I'm happy that it looks like this. I mean, I'm super delighted about everything right now. I can't be more happy right now. Maybe I don't look like that, but yeah, I am. So yeah, there's more work to do. Tomorrow, very likely, I'm going into the restroom area. That's our second restroom here. I have some stuff standing in there right now. This is then. I will have to clean this all up. Not a whole lot, I guess. This is going. I'll probably done in an hour. Mounting some stuff, but I want to install like e-track system a little bit and some broom holders, stick holders, whatnot, so that we can use this here to storage things. You know, so that this literally turns mostly to a storage room until everything is out, and then this restroom is actually usable. So I'll do that tomorrow, I guess. And then what else wanna sometimes. So yeah, I think this one will be then finished up. I will need to clean the floor here, but that's I will do that pretty much last because the boy's still running through here, and that will be the last thing I'm doing, I guess. Sorry. And the ACs are loud. I don't. That's something we can change. We can't change. So now we're going into the bed. It looks bad right now, but yeah, it's supposed to be this way when we're not using it. So that needs to be done. That needs to be all cleaned up. That's gonna be a big deal here. And then the bathroom, same here, cleaning up. And then what we gotta do is to replace this tub. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but the shower top needs to replace because there's a crack right there. And there's some silicone necessary. But what I'm happy about it is that the water pressure is actually pretty good. I've seen some videos, some YouTubers, campers, they are complaining constantly about missing water pressure in the shower, and then showing videos that the water is just dripping out of it. I mean, that's not a shower. That's like you're spraying yourself with water. That's not supposed to be a spray. So I'm happy that this has actually a decent water pressure going on. Yeah. So, and then, did I actually ever walk through that door? I did not. No, I did. Yeah, then we're going to install another clock up there. Nice living room clock. And then this one will be a bitch. So, because the pre-owner never ever cleaned anything up here. The grease is really bad, and my wife is already afraid about it, and so am I. This is going to be painful to remove, but we get it done. We get everything done. The fridge is nicely cooling up. I have there you go. It's over. This is nice. Oh. Yeah, see, these are the things you figure out, you know. You just hit the door. I just hit the door, the fridge door, against the wall. So I will have to remove. I have to install a stopper right there. These are the little things you figure out while using. Yeah. So, man, this couch here. Oh my God, this thing is comfortable as shit. Yeah, so let me turn around one more time. This is how this thing looks like, dude. Isn't it awesome? We have some folding chairs coming here. You have your breakfast here. Oh man, I can't wait. Get it done. It's a very successful day. I love the boys of Carson Pass RV. They did a hell of a job, and they really are just like myself with their hearts in it. You know, they keep coming, asking, hey, what do we do next? Is that it? Let's do more. And there's some more ideas coming in, you know, what we can do later once it's set up, how we're doing this with the outside tent, where the bike is standing, this area, you know, getting the power there, the fuel. What we just discussed, the thing, which is like a minor thing, but it will come handy, and that is that the gas is so this is hard to explain sitting here. So here are the outside, the the doors on my side here, right here, there, and here. And this door, that's where the garage is. This is where on the outside will be the Superbike-Coach tent, where the bike is placed, and then the fuel station is on the other side of the rig. So, and John from Carson Pass RV, he just said, "Hey, we can make a longer hose," because I've seen that once. I've been with a student who has a trailer, cargo trailer, where he has his race gear in and all that. Really good setup. But he had to deal with this too. His garage, his fuel station was on the other side. So whenever he was ready or needed gas, he had to take the bike around the rig. Well, it's the beer we had. Had to go around the rig with the bike, put it there, and then going back under the tent, putting the tire warmers on, all of that shit. So there's the idea to put a longer hose on and all of that stuff. So opportunities, ideas, all of that, and that is floating in because I'm surrounded by people who love seeing this grow themselves. How fucking cool is that? Can't be any better. Thank you so much, Thomas. Thanks, John. Thanks, Ray. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.